Well, next topic is in Vogue. Dawn Richardson, or Robertson is her last name. She was a singer in Vogue, and she admitted recently that she has been living in her car for the past 3 years. We
Damn.
have a video clip of this too, but yeah, this is when the industry just goes wrong pretty much.
I think we got a couple of clips for this
You
one.
guys, for the past almost three
Yeah,
years,
damn.
I have been
So y'all know
living
In
in my
Vogue.
car. I said it. Oh my God, it's out. I've been living in my car. Oh my gosh. If you remember, if you guys were with me, in 2020, I did like 105,000 interviews. And in the interim, I was living with my parents in Vegas. And that was wonderful until it wasn't. I love my mom, but she became very angry. And a lot of her anger she was taking out on me, and I was her target all the time. And I was like, I can't deal with this. Like, I respect her too much. Let me get out of here. And I was sleeping in my car for maybe about a month in Vegas. And then the guy that was co-managing me at the time was living in LA. And he said, you need to come back to LA. Okay. And he said that I could stay with him. And so I was like, okay. He's like, I don't have a lot of room, but I'll make room for you. And then when I got to his place, he actually didn't have room for me. So it turned into, okay, well, I'm going to put you in a hotel for the night. And that one night turned into 8 months. Oh my God, you guys. Because every apartment that I looked at, every single time I looked at a place, I would call him and I'm like, okay, can you meet me here? I would tell him ahead of time, of course. And then he wouldn't meet me there until I would take video and send it to him. And he's like, no, oh my God, this neighborhood, I hate it. I mean, I felt like he was playing games, and I knew he was playing games, and I wasn't the one. I'm like, come on, I'm trying to make this easier on you because financially, I know it's got to be hard. You're paying your rent and you're paying my hotel. His apartment was $1,700 a month, and then my hotel was.
Okay, she got a few long clips out there about this, but that was the gist of it. So
Yeah, and then there's so much to break down right here. It was kind of like she was almost like accusing the manager or like blaming him for not setting her up to have her own apartment and everything like that. But like as an adult, I feel like you have to take some responsibility for your finances at some point too. You should not be relying on him to be paying for your hotel, getting your apartment, and all of this. Like at some point, 3 years sleeping in the car, you haven't figured it out. I don't know. There's a lot there. And there was a lot of responses to this on social media. So we have some clips for the responses as well. But do y'all want to get into it first or y'all want to go to the clips?
Yeah, I would say this really isn't a washed up R&B star or this how the industry does you. This is somebody who just lacks accountability and used to how it came easy when she was younger. And I'm not gonna say more beautiful, but younger in her beauty stage, and everything just came easy. And it's like it's not like that no more. You have to set yourself up for when your working years aren't as lucrative as they used to be. And it seems like she just did a bad job of doing that. And it's a lot of that's not only the music industry, it's a lot of just regular people who mishandles their 20s to 50s
Yeah.
because they're just thinking, oh, it's going to come easy. So I think that's what she fell into the trap of, and that's what's happening. Even on TikTok now, the thing is to stay in your car, wash up at the gym, eat at work. So it's just like a lot of people have been doing that because they've been mishandling what's going on in their younger years, in my opinion.
So I heard a lot of people in Europe actually do this. You know what I'm saying? Instead of having a house, they just ride the train, wash up where they can,
Yeah.
live in their cars, stuff like that. Um, so yeah, it's probably a thing over there. Over here, I think it's for a woman. I think it's kind of dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Especially being a celebrity. You're a woman at that, and then being a celebrity on top of that, people target you for that type of shit. And now that she came out publicly with
Facts.
it, I think she even probably even has more of a target on her back now. If she going through something, I don't know. Maybe she is. Maybe this is her Moses in the wilderness moment, where she's trying to find herself and find God at the same time. Like I'm not sure, but hopefully she just stays safe out there because now that it's out there, like I said, there's a lot of crazies in the world, man.
Yeah. I mean, I don't, even if it is a trend and that is going on like more frequently around town in different cities and in Europe and things like that, I don't think that she wants to do it. I think that that's why she went ahead and got on social media and said this is what's happening because it doesn't sound like she wants to be in that car. So I don't know. I would have been
And
trying to.
she up there laughing about it and shit. I mean,
Is
Yeah.
she in the middle of Hollywood still, or what? I mean, because sometimes it could be still not too bad because she's probably got tens of thousands saved up in the bank, just don't have a stability house to a stable
and
house
like
to live at.
I get it. She's saying there's a lot of people that do that, and they put like bags and stuff over the windows at night so nobody can see. But you never know who watching you in the daytime, who watching you get in and out of your car. You know what I'm
That's why you got to
saying?
switch up the spots. They get crafty when they out there by themselves like that.
Yeah, that's true. Just hopefully she got some protection on her. And I ain't talking about contraceptives.
I
Talk about that heat.
don't know if she in Cali. I don't know you can. I don't know you can do that in Cali.
Oh my god. Well, it was some other people that had a lot to say about it. So let's play those clips real quick.
In Vogue chick living out her car. Never should she do that. Look at her hit she made. Off them hits, she would still be getting enough money to pay some rent around this bitch. I get a monthly check every month. There's some work out this at 2 o'clock. I gotta start pulling up at this time. Yeah, I get a monthly check every month. If them people own they would be able to pay for something with that check, you know what I'm saying? And people are on your forever. Now, motherfucker, it need to be like if you do a deal with a record label, they got 5 years to eat off that shit and they gotta give you back. Right now, it's some 20.
Having an assistant is not something that you should even think about if you don't have no money, right? And I'm bringing this up because Dawn, when she was telling this story in her car today about her living in her car for the last 3 years, she said, I was telling my assistant. And when she said that, I said, oh, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. It changed my whole vibe of what I was watching because ain't no goddamn way she got an assistant. Um, and she ain't got no money.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Ain't no way. Yeah, Mr. Watson, when you ain't got no money and you out here just doing what you got to do, you do it by yourself.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? You moving around by yourself. Ain't nobody getting ready to sit up under you and just kick it for nothing. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it might be some people that will stick there for a little bit, but 3 years having an assistant is not something that you should even think about if you
I
don't have
mean,
no money.
JD got a legit point at the end of the day,
For real.
and I think Slim had the same sentiments that I shared. You messed your business up somewhere back in the day with no ownership, but she was in a group, so you know how that go.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of artists did back then because they didn't know any better. You know what I'm saying? I think the South really brought that to people's attention when boys started staying independent and really getting money.
Hmm. Yeah, that's really the big thing. Is like they both made really good points. JD, when he was saying like he was watching the video and then it turned for him, I was the same way. When I watched the video first, I'm like, oh man, like they didn't got over her again. Then she get into the my manager this and my assistant that. And I'm just like, okay, well, wait, hold on, like what? You lost me somewhere. And then with Slim Thug, like he made a good point about after 5 years, after they eat off you for 5 years, the rest of it should be yours. But you got to think that was the '90s. It was not people, they weren't knowledgeable about what was going on with their money and things like that. Just like Sean said, like D Park said, it's just more so that um they didn't know. They didn't know she was in a group on top of that. So it's like you splitting your money with a few people on top of not being educated about what you should be doing with it. But I would go out there and start making my own music or something like that. Go in the bathroom, go in the closet, get you, get you a microphone, something like that. You got too much talent not to be out here making money still. Something you could
And
be
Do it that old school way, huh?
I think there is something that like after 30 years you get your masters back or you get rights to your songs back. I think it is a deal
It's
like that.
supposed to be, but that's not always the case, especially when they don't know. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
it doesn't like automatically revert back to you. You actually have to go through a process to get it.
yeah. But yeah, because I think Funkadelic and them just got they stuff back, and he said they about to eat good, boy.
He said,
I know they is, because everybody be sampling they shit.
Exactly.